Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to everybody's favorite series that I do called Hall of Fame or Not. In today's video, I asked you guys on Twitter to give me some names to see if I think they're in the Hall of Fame or not in the Hall of Fame, and I'm just going to be reacting to them. Now, I do want to say I've taken my previous videos down that I've done of this because I don't dare contradict myself, and I don't even want to know what I've said years ago at this point because opinions change. Therefore, any players that aren't in this video and you guys are wondering what my opinion is, let me know in the comments of this video and we can go NFL, NBA, MLB, WWE. And the reason I say that, of course, is because there might be a part 2 to this because your boy has to take off to Wisconsin already again on Wednesday. I'm exhausted. However, couple of plugs as always. Don't forget to use code Wyatt's World on G Fuel, Waggle, or Prize Picks. By using my codes on G Fuel or Waggle, you'll save a discount on any of their products. And by using it at sign up on Prize Picks, you're gonna guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. Anyway, that's all I got for plugs. Let's get into Hall of Fame or Not. Okay, folks, so here's the tweet, here's the handle, you guys already know the drill, and again, thank you for 710 responses. Also, for anybody who's gonna be asking, at the time of this video, I'm still not able to play NCAA 26, I'm actually about 2 hours away, but believe me, tomorrow and potentially the rest of this week is all gonna be NCAA 26. So, starting off with an easy one from Tighten Up, he says Larry Fitzgerald. Are you kidding me? Absolutely, no doubt about it. Even though you're probably trolling, Larry Fitzgerald is, in my opinion, at least a solidified top 10 receiver of all time, potentially top 5. 17,000 yards, 121 touchdowns. Played for 17 seasons, having over 1,000 yards in 9 of them. Larry Fitzgerald was an elite receiver and also an elite human being on and off the field. Noam Fox here says Todd Gurley. No, he will not make the Hall of Fame. Way too short of a prime, didn't even play that long the way it was, but I mean, it should be recognized. At the time he was in his prime, he was one of the best running backs I've probably ever seen, but he just did not play long enough. Moving on to DK Lockett, he says DeAndre Hopkins, no. You know, he had a good trajectory, obviously heading out of Houston when he went to Arizona, but that PED suspension killed any hope he ever had, man. Sports do not mess around with those. That one sloth says Mike Evans. Absolutely. I know I talk about this one all the time, and I know my opinion doesn't ever change. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. 11 seasons, he's had 12,000 yards, 105 touchdowns. Every year he's been above 1,000 yards. He's won a Super Bowl. Someday, 10, 15 years down the line, you know, and we all have kids, hopefully, we're gonna tell them to look up Mike Evans once, and I can't wait to see their face when they see this. Like, that is insane. Health-wise, too, man. This guy doesn't miss games, hardly. Logan O'Daddy here says Chris Sale. Are you serious? Chris Sale has played 15 years in the MLB. The guy's career ERA is sitting at a 3. He's had 2,500 strikeouts, 140-some wins to 80-some losses. Cy Young, Triple Crown, World Series champion. All the All-Stars, the Gold Gloves. 100%, he is a Hall of Famer. I Walk with Shadows says Demaryius Thomas, rest in peace. Look, all love to Demaryius Thomas and all love to his family, no disrespect intended. He's not a Hall of Famer. He was a good receiver, he has a Super Bowl, but I think his prime was just a little bit too short. And I know he made some incredible plays and gave Denver fans moments they will never forget. And for that, we love him and we always will. Basie says Cam Newton, man. We gotta go through this one every time, don't we? No, he is not. Look, Cam was a great quarterback for a short period of time. Rookie Cam all the way to 2015. And it should be recognized that I think Cam Newton was almost as influential on the run game for quarterbacks as Michael Vick. He holds his place in NFL history. Absolutely he does. But at the end of the day, he was not a great passer. And I think once teams started to figure that out, that just exposed his passing game more and more, kind of leading to his downfall. I'm not gonna rag on him as a person or anything. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Here's one that I brought up yesterday, which kind of sparked this whole thing. Cordero Patterson. You guys believe he's a Hall of Famer? There's his accolades right there. 4 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pros, 1 Super Bowl, current all-time kick return touchdown leader, highest all-time kick return average. Now, I am an advocator that Cordero, as a special teams person, should absolutely be in the Hall of Fame. He has his place just like Devin Hester, but it also looks like you guys think that as well. Out of 1,800 votes, 57.5% of you have said he also is a Hall of Famer. Owen and many others have been asking R-Truth, another professional wrestler. I mean, absolutely not if you're talking from an accolade standpoint. The guy has done like virtually nothing other than, you know, win the 24/7 title 100 different times, which was the biggest meme title ever. So I wouldn't put him in for that. However, I would, just due to the dedication he's given to the company for, gosh, when did he come around? 2009? I mean, when did he come back around? But man, he has been loyal to them. They have made him look like a clown. They have tried to make him look serious. Right now, I think they're doing a cool thing with him, but when it's all said and done, if you look at the character of R-Truth, the comedic style of him, I mean, yeah, I think he'll get in. Cooper McCrimmon says Khalil Mack. Yes. Multiple All-Pros, Defensive Player of the Year, over 100 sacks, over 30 forced fumbles. He's been healthy majority of his career, and I think him in his prime was one of the most explosive and impactful players I've ever watched on defense. Max Weisner says Yadier Molina should easily be in the Hall of Fame. Probably not a first ballot, but should make the Hall of Fame with his career stat. I agree he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, but let's go look if he'll be a first ballot. 2,000 career hits as a catcher, 176 bombs, career batting average of 277. Man also had 10 All-Stars, which, you know, in his prime, they actually meant something to the game of baseball. 2-time World Series champion, a Silver Slugger, 9 Gold Gloves, 4 Platinum Gloves. He also played for, what, 19 seasons? You know, I think he will go first ballot. If Joe Mauer went first ballot, all respect to him, Yadier Molina should definitely go in, considering he played a catcher his entire career. And Joe Mauer, for the record, in his prime, was arguably the greatest catcher of all time. But his prime was not nearly as long as Yadi's. Isaac says, that lawnmower kicks up one more time, I'm literally gonna jump through my window head first. Isaac says AJ Green. No. He was a fantastic receiver, don't get me wrong, for the better part of 7 years. But sadly, he was on a terrible team, which I think honestly held him back from, you know, getting anything more than the 7 Pro Bowls he has. He should have had an All-Pro. But also, when AJ Green got hurt and basically missed, you know, almost 2 seasons, that was the downfall, and that's what's hurting him the most. Packer Nation 12 here says 3 players. Okay, so let's start off with Devontae Adams. Gosh, that's not an easy one, man. I don't know with him, really, because I believe talent-wise, he should be a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame talent. He's always been pretty healthy. He's always been a fantastic teammate, other than when he wanted to get out of the Raiders. I think Devontae has a much better chance than AJ Green, if that says something. Then we got Eli Manning, who didn't get in this year. Honestly, Eli Manning, in my opinion, should have been a first-ballot Hall of Famer. 11th all-time passing, 2 Super Bowls over, you know, the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. Super Bowl MVP in both of those, by the way. I think Eli is a Hall of Famer. And then last, we got Shady. Hot take, maybe. No, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. He was a great running back, and trust me, I know he was much better when he was on Philadelphia than when he was on Buffalo. But I just don't think he'll make the Hall of Fame. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that he, you know, ran with the ball like he was holding a loaf of bread. Just kidding, obviously. But the guy didn't even have 100 career total touchdowns, believe it or not. And also, his 2 Super Bowl rings are, like, so fabricated. He did nothing on those rosters. There were Melvin Gordon Super Bowls. How about those Chiefs? Back with another one. He says Jamaal Charles. I don't believe so. I think that he's kind of got the Shady argument. Hall of very good, except Shady, I think, has a better chance than Jamaal. He was an electric running back, but so was Dalvin Cook, and he is not a Hall of Famer either. Okay, let's try a little basketball now. Metcalf season says Draymond Green. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I mean, he is one of the most egotistical, arrogant players ever. He's a bully, but he is also going to go down as, you know, a significant role to one of the greatest dynasties in NBA history. This guy won 4 NBA championships. He was a Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time NBA All-Star. Whether you love him or you hate him, you have to appreciate what he's done. Yusef here says Jose Altuve. Oh, this little Oompa Loompa. You know, he's a cheater, but at the same time, he probably still will go into the Hall of Fame because he will be one of the best second basemen we have ever seen. Dude, he's a vacuum cleaner of a defensive player. He's been playing for 15 years offensively, hitting over 300 for his batting average. 2-time World Series champion. He was an MVP. Again, as much as you don't want to like Jose Altuve for the things he may have done, he is a Hall of Fame worthy baseball player. I don't like to admit it, and I'm gonna go brush my teeth. LaRuski here says Matt Ryan. No. Now, I do think he accomplished more than Phillip Rivers, you know, taking his team to a Super Bowl, other than the big choke. Matt Ryan was also an MVP. I believe he was Rookie of the Year, too. But I don't think he was a Hall of Fame quarterback. I think he's a Hall of very good. He played good for a long time, but he shouldn't go in the Hall of Fame. I would put Matt Ryan pretty much right in the likes of Kirk Cousins. KOG says AJ Styles from the WWE. Yes, he will be a Hall of Famer for sure. Guy has given us incredible matches. He's a 3-time WWE champion, or maybe it's only 2-time. He's a Grand Slam champion. Obviously, we wish he would have come to WWE sooner, but he's a Hall of Famer. And J-Bills here says retired Phillip Rivers, current Derrick Henry. But I already given that away with Phillip Rivers. I don't believe Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer. I know he's what, you know, probably top 10 in all-time passing, but that's about the only thing he ever did. Derrick Henry, yes, he's absolutely going into the Hall of Fame. Derrick Henry will go down as one of the most destructive and dominant once-in-a-lifetime running backs we have ever seen. He's still not done. But in 9 years, this man has 11,000 rushing yards and over 100 touchdowns. He will go directly into the Hall of Fame, as he should. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this part, at least, of Hall of Fame or not. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see a part 2, try to like this. Get it to 2,000 likes, maybe, and I'll do it. Nonetheless, though, I got to get this whipped up and edited so you guys can watch it on time, and I can start hammering out my NCAA 26 content. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, have a fantastic rest of your week, and as always, I will see you in the next upload.